Hello? Okay, cool. I think this is working. People on stream, you should be able to hear me. If anyone is watching, that is. We have 0 viewers, so I'm just gonna assume this works and then like not question it too much. Yeah, okay. Cool, cool, cool. So today's matchup is the Russycats versus Is For Me. Kind of an exciting matchup, and I think the big thing to watch this game that I'm actually going to pull up right now to highlight is the key matchup. Um, so actually looking at both bot laners for these teams, um, both of these guys tend to play some pretty off-meta picks, I guess is the way to put it. It's hard to tell looking at Dave's matchups, but his most recent game was actually on Katarina bot, which is not exactly super standard. He ended up playing pretty well that game. Cam and Silico did a lot more work, but he was definitely putting on a display for sure. His Katarina is pretty crazy. Um, but I guess Stanley, it's way more evident because if you look at his most played AD carries, it's Victor, Zillion, and Nico are all up there. The one time these players have faced off before, Stanley was actually on the Victor with a 6.33 KD, which is pretty impressive. Dave's stats do not look that bad either, but he did end up losing that game, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, I think the bot lanes are going to be pretty interesting for sure. The power level between the two of them, supports included, are actually pretty similar, in my opinion. And I don't think we're going to see any standard draft picks. I'm expecting to maybe see the Victor or the Nami get banned away, but we can look at the future champs to see what exactly we're probably going to be looking for. So Dave is notably 4-0 on Ashe, which is pretty ridiculous. Mimi's Seraphine is looking pretty good as well. Those KDAs are just ridiculous, especially on that many games. It's hard to find players in champs like that consistently, which is, it's always good to see players performing well on their given champions that they like to play. Looking on the other side, Stanley is undefeated on the Victor, as well as Blake being undefeated with 4 games on the Gangplank, so I'd imagine those champions being taken away. Dave is kind of known for being, I guess, temperamental with his champion pool, so even if he performs really well on a champion once, it's not necessarily something he's going to keep wanting to play. So even though he has performed really well on that Ashe, I wouldn't expect to see it in draft, just because he hasn't been playing it recently. I think the same goes for Ans Jarvan. I think Peter's a little bit off on his Irelia recently, but I wouldn't rule it out. Silico Shaco KD is disgusting, but I have it on good authority that he's not allowed to play that champion with his team. So I guess take it with a little grain of salt. So most of these picks we probably won't end up seeing just because these players have really diverse champion pools and they don't like playing the same thing. The Nami and Victor I would definitely expect to see if they don't get banned out immediately. And same with the Gangplank. So those 3 are probably the champs to ban, especially because you can wait till second round to ban out a lot of Peter's champions. The bot lane, I'd maybe expect to see like the Seraphine banned out against the Russycats, but I don't really know what you'd ban against them. Maybe a few of Silico's more problematic champions like the Teemo, Shaco, Viego, maybe Echo. I'd expect to see some of those get taken away. Cam is also like a huge Echo player, so that could be a good one to watch out for, but the Russycats champions are kind of all over the place, so you don't really know what you're going to get yourself into when you play against them. I think that's like the big advantage this game has in terms of excitement is these players play whatever they want to all the time for pretty much both teams. Yeah, each team kind of has a bit of a wild card. Blake has played some lane Kayn recently. I've heard mentions of Ivern. We've seen the Soraka mid come out. Stanley's played almost exclusively off meta ADCs recently, which is super fun. And then Dave, Cam, and Silico just kind of do whatever they want when it comes to picking champions. Um, all three of them played assassins last game, and I honestly wouldn't be too surprised if we saw something like that again in this game. Just because the types of players that they are, they're very aggressive and they like showing off their mechanics and just outskilling the other players. Silico is maybe less in that pool, but Silico likes doing his own thing, especially when it comes to creative picks. So we could see a like hyper off meta jungler, and I wouldn't be super surprised. Looks like they already started pick ban 3 minutes early. So that's really cool of them. So the bans were actually different than what I thought. They left of the Victor. They banned their own Viego. I guess they wanted to keep it away from Blake. Zeri was banned against Dave. That makes sense. The Echo was taken off the board, like I said. The Soraka was taken away. They first picked Victor away from the side of IFM, which is pretty interesting. I guess that's probably going to be Cam playing it. The Ornn comes through. I don't know if Peter plays that, but they do get the Nami through, which I don't think is wise. You give Jacob his comfort champion. They immediately counter with Yuumi and Lucian, which is giving just, I guess, a lot of agency to the Lucian player. They also take away the Lucian-Nami combination. Okay, so Stanley picks up his Jhin. That is his most played AD carry champion. He is kind of ridiculous on the Jhin. I'm going to pull up some stats real quick while they go through their bans. Stanley's Jhin, he is 2-0 on it, but he has a 7 KD with 7, 2.5, 10.5 being the exact stats on that. He does have a pseudo pentakill on that champion. The Shaco is taken off the board for Silico, so clearly they think they weren't entirely serious about preventing Silico from playing the Shaco. Peter Cervelli is taken off the board. Teemo's banned away from Silico as well. Both of those invisible stealth, like cheese junglers, taken away from him, which is, you know, kind of what you want to see on the side of IFM. None of the cheese is available for the Russycats to pull out. Diana is banned away from Anne. I think that's pretty smart. They seem to think this might just be Ornn mid to counter the Victor, I guess. I don't know how that matchup goes, but Blake is known for just kind of picking whatever the hell he wants. So I think it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Peter says, I play Jhin. My Jhin is actually nutty. Okay, so the Jarvan is picked up for M. That makes sense. I did say that we probably weren't going to see it, but I guess they are going back to their old ways. To quote them, what they said to me, I guess me playing Jarvan because he was OP. It doesn't matter. Okay, wait. Sejuani and Zac is elected. This could be one of my favorite top laners being played, the Sejuani top. I think it's more likely to be the Zac top, but that flex potential is pretty big. You do want something that just counter tanks. I'm expecting Peter to just pick up Nasus or Kayle, yeah. So I guess this would be... This Ornn and Kayle could still potentially flex. IFM picking Ornn, even though Blake has a burning passion against it. Maybe Blake has just converted. Pretty interesting. I think this draft is going to be pretty fun. You have two main damage carries for the side of the Russycats in the Lucian and Victor. And the Yuumi can keep them alive and just make those tanks just take forever to shred. They probably assumed it was pretty safe considering the Jhin was like the pretty much only source of damage on is for me. But then Peter does lock in that Kayle and that'll absolutely shred their team. Lucian and Victor less so, will get one shot because he has the Crown of the Shattered Queen. But Peter should be able to pretty easily pop that with the AoE from Kayle in the late game. And those tanks are not going to last very long if the Kayle can just start auto-attacking them. like Sedge Top. Yeah, no, Sedge Top is actually super hype. I forget who started playing it in LPL. I think it was Flandre. I could be wrong. Someone was playing it a bunch last year. I picked it up because it looked pretty interesting, and it's actually it's so fun. And it's not like an abusive champion. It just kind of bodies all the cringe champions. All those champions that just move around and just are ranged, just poke you down, harass you, and just kind of cringe overall. It just absolutely stomps. It locks them down, you stun them again, and you just auto for all that percent health. I'm gonna go back to show off some more player spotlights. Pull up Silicos right now. Uh, these top two champions and then another one of them are all banned away. He is back at the 50% win rate, which is kind of nice to see. He was below that before, I think. He has a 24 champions played across 34 games, which is a pretty big pool. He does have that 3.37 KD. We don't actually know what champion he's playing this game. None of these are really ones that kind of stick out in your head as like Silico champions. I don't think he'd play Sejuani and Zach, so it's possible that they're putting him on one of the other champions. It'd be really funny if he was on the Yuumi, but I think there's like an almost zero chance of that happening. But I do think his performance is a pretty big deal in this game. It just depends on, I guess, which of the champions is him and how well he executes on that. The other player to watch out for, which I think we know a lot more about, is Peter. Peter's going to be playing Mikhail. It doesn't show up as one of his most played champions. Mikhail is a champion he's known for. He has those very memorable back-to-back pentakills on Kale in the finals of Season 1, which was pretty crazy. Everyone got hyped on that. This will be Peter's 69th game of Scrims, so haha, funny number. He's only played 23 champions, so his champ pool is definitely around the same size as Silico's, but on a lot more games, so he definitely has less diversity in his champions overall, I think. That 55.9% win rate is pretty big. Peter tends to dominate through lane a lot with a lot of solo kills. I think that is potentially less prevalent on Kale, but I think last time he played it in Scrims, he did just fully stack that lethal tempo and just go crazy with it right away. His KD is 2.58, definitely shows the willingness to trade 1-for-1 for kills if he thinks it's going to make his lane better, and definitely like an overall greater lack of team fighting than someone like Silico would have. So we can expect to see potential lane dominance coming out from Mikhail, but if not, we might have that 1v9 threat pretty late in the game. Their comp is pretty well scaling overall because they do have, I'll go back to draft for this, but they have the Ornn, they have the Kale, and Jhin scales super, super well as well. Nami will definitely help him out a lot later in the game. I think the Yuumi is definitely, there's actually a lot of debate over if you pick an Enchantress into Yuumi, are you like winning that matchup or not? I think a lot of the big arguments are are generally in favor of the Yuumi winning the scaling, just depending on if Yumi's numbers are good or not. So I don't know. It could just be possible that the Yuumi is the better scaler here, but that only really helps with the Victor because those two tanks scaling into like the Ornn and the Kayle it's just not very good. The Russycats are going to need to try and take out the Kayle, including her ultimate as soon as possible. And Jhin is probably going to look to try and one-pop the Lucian and Victor if he gets the chance to, but it's going to be pretty hard to do just because of the amount of frontline they have. So I'm hoping that Is4Me will play around the Kayle if it's either going top or mid. Again, we don't entirely know yet. It does look like Blake is going to be playing Ornn mid based on their draft. They have Silico on Lucian mid and Dave on Victor bot. I don't know if they're actually going to do that or not. They still have time to swap those champions around, and they could always do some sort of like flex in game, but who knows. It is a Sejuani top, which I'm like super hype about. I think it's really fun. I will also say I like Sejuani top. I do not like playing Sejuani top into Kayle. You kind of just get your ass beat. Because she just outscales you and then you're not really doing anything to stop her. So it's possible that Russ can look to get some cheese done early on with the Sejuani if they keep diving with the Zac, but it's pretty rough overall. Cam looks to be the one that's going to be playing the Zac, which is pretty interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. If he can get the Victor and Lucian fed, that could be pretty big, but I don't know. Jarvan and Ornn are going to be pretty bulky, so maybe it's better to look for the Victor for that like long range poke to just try and knock out that Nami before she can heal up her team too much. So I'm expecting to see the Zac play around bot lane a lot, unless they think it's wise to try and prevent the Kayle from getting a huge lead, which is definitely what Is4Me is going to try and do to win the game. So it could just be like a lot of jungle pressure up top side for both lanes, with the Russycats trying to prevent the Kayle from getting too far ahead, and Is4Me doing the exact opposite and trying to make sure that Kayle can get ahead and get a huge lead. I'm trying to find the numbers on the Kayle-Sejuani matchup, but she's a lot less prevalent top lane now than she was last season. So there aren't as many results for it, unfortunately. Still about 12% of her games are in the top lane, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, sample size is pretty bad. Yeah, if you do Iron Plus, it's pretty much an even matchup. As you go higher and higher up, it gets even worse against Kayle. With Gold Plus being about 40% win rate, Plat falling to 35%. Diamond on the 6-game sample size, that is definitely significant. It's 16%, and then there have been no games played in Master. But from what I can recall from my own personal Sejuani games, is that it's pretty bad, which kind of sucks. I don't think Sejuani top is something you can really blind pick, especially into someone who does play that Kayle, so kind of sucks. They potentially could have thought it was playing into the Ornn. I just don't know why they would have assumed that Peter would just throw out the Ornn blind pick so early on, considering it is Peter and he will 100% fiend for that last pick. Yeah, that is what I think happened though, because again, if I do remember, I think Sejuani does pretty well into other tanks, just because her base damage is pretty crazy, but there's like absolutely no matchups on record for that specific one. Just because it's probably closer, so it's not like a counter pick that happens that often. We are loading into game now. give a quick preview of mastery points if that's something we're interested in. We do have the M7 on the Kale, Yumi, Jin, Nami, Lucian, and Zac. Or actually, no, Zac is not M7, that's an M4 Zac. And then the Ornn, Sejuani, and Victor mastery points are pretty low. Still just waiting for the game to load in right now. Kale does have that lethal tempo. Ornn went for the Unleash Spellbook mid, which is what I think is definitely correct considering he's playing to a range matchup, so he's not going to be cracking the grass that much. The meta used to be, if you're playing a grasp tank into a ranged matchup, you could take Omni Stone, but they removed that, so that kind of sucks. It says unable to download spectator data. The game will not exit. That's cool. New league bug just dropped or something. That's actually pretty unfortunate. I'm gonna try reconnecting. If it doesn't work a second time, we'll have to figure something out. I'll do some Googling and try and figure this one out. I don't see anything about this, so kind of confused at what's going on. Hopefully it'll load. Don't know what's up. Okay, for some reason it had 2 copies of the stream up at once and now it's just gone again. Huh. Teddy, have you run into this before?
What?
Oh, hold on, my Discord is putting you out of the wrong audio. It's saying like failed to download spectator data, and it's just like not loading the replay. Oh wait, never mind, we're good. What the hell was that? Nah, I got it all worked out. I don't know why it took so long though. It could have just taken a while for them to load in, because sometimes I know that causes issues. Oh, they paused right away. That's almost definitely what it was.
Oh.
Cam is getting executed live on stream. So true. Okay, well, I'm gonna check that we don't run into the other pause bug where it just infinitely pauses you for no reason. I think this is all a domino effect from them starting draft 5 minutes early. I will say, I think the team who caused all the draft issues did not necessarily walk away with the best draft. So
Oh, the draft. Sejuani top, back. Oh, Lucian mid. Lucian mid
I
is so bad.
yeah, I don't know if that's
Oh,
like
and
for
he's
sure
against
what
four.
they're
He's gonna get
doing.
clapped.
Looks like Cam just reconnected. He did say he was on a shitty setup. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to play mid today. He's just opting out for safety or something. Alright, I'm gonna lock down the channel because the game started, so we avoid the spoilers.
Victor bot lane. Okay. Has Dave given up on playing 80 carries? Wait, actually played an 80 carry last time.
No, he played Katarina.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, like Kyrie cut.
Yeah, no, I think they just wanted to ban 3 of Blake's champions and then take the victor away from Stanley. So I don't know if it's like necessarily the best possible pick they could have done, um, but it allows them to get an extra ban against Blake, so hopefully that pans out. Um, I know Blake said previously, like, I only ever play 3 champions, so if you ban all of them, you win for free. And he just locked in his like arch nemesis champion, so like I don't know, maybe Blake's mental is like completely gone, but I think there's less credibility to that because the game's just been paused, so he has like the mental recovery time, you know. I'm gonna sanity check to make sure game's still paused. Yeah. We truly like have the LCS level broadcast now. Just 8-hour pauses for absolutely no reason. It's better. Oh, okay, we're good. I was gonna say it's better than the LCK level broadcast where all their players have COVID because South Korea is like the entire country is sick. Did they pause again? There's no way they paused again, right?
A summoner has reconnected.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has reconnected.
Oh, they did pause again. Holy crap, dude.
The go to gym angle.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see Stanley play Jhin again. His Jhin is really, really, really good.
30 seconds until
I don't know if
minions
it's like
spawn.
my Jhin levels of good, you know.
Oh.
Flashes.
Oh, I think I lost my gear once again. I literally just bought new ones. Same last one's
A summoner has reconnected.
Okay,
Who
let's
is
see if
TSM playing
the
today?
game will
30
actually
seconds
play
until
now.
minions spawn.
I'm
Okay,
predicting
no
there will be
way
at least
TSM loses
2
to
more
Fly,
pauses today.
right?
Yeah, so this is actually Lucian mid Victor bot.
I don't like the boots for bots
Minions has
here.
spawned.
I think
it
long
makes sense
sword
because it's into a poke lane, right?
I mean, it's not. I don't think you can dodge Victor poke by being faster, in my opinion.
That's true. I guess you just gotta hope that he's not a good Victor player and you're
And
fast
like
enough
with
that he gets
Yumi,
confused.
I don't think the extra movement speed is gonna let you dodge you. You just like hug them and you win.
That's fair. Yeah, maybe he is sitting with Epic. Who knows?
I think it's bad. Well, I mean, we'll see how good Zach is at hitting Victory. I personally think Victory is like impossible to miss, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
impossible to miss against an 80.
It's definitely like, well, the agency is on you to miss it, right? Instead of
Yeah,
the person trying to dodge it.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Is Silico's flexing with the flat Lucian skin?
Evolution. Oh, that's the
Championship. Peter's going all in with the Lisa combo. He just wins this.
Oh, she wins these. Kale wins
Yeah.
these.
Like, yeah, every time.
Oh, Kale equals temples. Oh wait, he's sitting in the mid. Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Kale level 1, unironic. Super good.
It doesn't help that Russ started Q on Sej, which of all the abilities,
Yeah.
I'm most the worst to start. He just flash Q'd. He should be able to win this, but he's standing in the entire minion wave. Okay, they trade back. That's all for sums down bot if Peter TP's back in, but Peter's in a much better position because he actually gets to back on his gold.
I think Sedrani can freeze this though, so it might not be great.
Potentially. We'll see.
Oh, he has GP.
Okay, Silica's getting
So
Blake
looks
down
like-
pretty low. Wait, Blake just overstepped there. Interesting.
Blake is also starting like incredibly greedy build. I don't know about the tier first item.
He definitely should have gone with the D-shield into a range jump.
Yep.
Sejuani is forced to back actually, so I guess the freeze is not holding for super long. And manages to steal away the buff. Drops the flag directly in place, which means that he has no way out. I don't think Peter's going to be able to save him. Okay. Never mind, I forgot Kale can just heal. So it's close. Silico's just gunning down Peter. Yeah, Peter just... I guess he bails out Anne, but just dies for it, so that's probably not worth it overall. Every single member of Is For Me is up in CS, which is good for them, I guess. I'm confused how Ornn's up in CS. Looks like Cam is stealing the red buff back away. Yeah, and doesn't realize that the red buff is still alive.
Oh
my god, Zac passive. And still hasn't noticed.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Cam dies and still doesn't know.
That's too funny. Well, that's a free grab.
And the red buff is alive. That's such a moment. Happened.
Pretty fucking funny.
Now Kale just gets to free farm that entire wave under tower.
Okay, Ornn has Bramble. Lucian not allowed to play the game anymore.
Yep.
This is like super miserable for Lucian.
Yeah.
Going in.
I
Doesn't
will
win
say,
these.
Blake is just burning a lot of his abilities to get basically nothing
EQ.
for it, so...
Oh, he's dead. No.
Yep. Oh, not good flash.
Missed the EQ.
True. It looked like it was more of just like a, I'm gonna show up so that you know I'm here. And less of like a, I'm trying to make a play happen. I don't know, maybe that's valid. Cam is going back
Ooh.
to the red buff!
Kale playing very aggressive here.
Yeah.
Oh, Sejuani wins these trades.
Isn't that, like super long.
Okay. Loses
Okay,
the swipe
and
fight.
locks down the
Go
red buff.
for it. He has no
And
passive.
Cam's just dead for it because he has no passive.
That's so greedy. That's
Yeah.
super greedy.
If he had passive, I think it's fine, but... Yeah, Kale just wins the lane, like...
I think Sejuani should know that he's coming.
Yeah,
but-
okay, Blake's just dead. Blake was not paying attention.
This-
That's pretty
monkey.
funny. Blake could have definitely gotten out there, but he just was window shopping, I think.
Wow, Lucian's going for this.
Does Kale hit
Just
6 fast enough?
Push the mid, I think.
I think Kale would definitely have hit 6
go
if Anne
mid
wasn't there.
Well, his wave is very
Oh,
easy.
this'll work.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna work.
Okay, Silico gets one. Looks like they're not getting anything in return bot lane. If Peter... Oh, Peter doesn't have flash. I don't think he gets this.
Sejuani's no mana.
Oh, Peter has 6. If he can just stick on them, he gets this. And he has the lethal tempo fully stacked.
I don't think he can kill. Yeah.
He has flash up soon. Not soon enough though. Damn, there's a lot of potential there. Despite being down 3 kills, they're pretty close in gold. Cam is just pushing for stuff non-stop. I feel like if I were him, I'd probably be power farming until my passive was back up at least, but I guess Silico probably asked him to cover the wave, but who knows. Stanley has still been able to maintain that steady CS lead. The Orin also has a CS lead, but Silico has 3 kills, so I would not say that's necessarily in his favor. Peter is ahead though, and that's all IS4Me needs to win late game, I feel like. Okay, Cam finally manages to get a red buff. Just happens to be the one on his own side of the map at this point. Silico gets ult up really soon. There's a non-zero chance he just kills Blake. Blake realizes that though and is potentially gonna back here. He might not though because he knows CSJ for it. Rush is just getting zoned off the wave like all game past this point. Kale's ranged, so not much you can do.
He also went Steel Cap. I don't know how that works against Steel Cap. I actually don't know how the Steel Cap math ever works.
Yeah, I don't know if it includes on hits or not. I think it doesn't though.
Yeah, I was told it was just the base damage with auto, but
Yeah, and considering Kale's going AP, that's like not that great.
I think okay against it. It's good against Jin, but
Right. I think it's almost definitely just for the Jin. J4's just out because Cam doesn't have anything to auto. Looks like Silico's roam earlier was stopped by that control word. I thought he might continue going down afterwards, but he decided not to. Peter might be in trouble here, but he does have the ulti. That's like half his health down.
He kills dead. Oh, never mind.
Yep. Cam does get to keep his passive though, like
wow.
barely. Oh, he's just going
Flash.
for it. Peter splashes down. I don't know if that was worth it at all. Yeah, I don't. Peter's blows flash to get Zac passive. I think that is one of those I see low health bar. I must go in and see
yeah, upset.
Yeah, okay. The Yumi Lucian combo is pretty good, but the wave interrupts it perfectly. Oh, and he just died because he walked into the tower. Good root from Stanley there. Jin ult might be enough to kill Silico also. He didn't see him. Good job from Silico playing in the bush there. And Blake is just getting played mid. Cam actually doesn't auto-attack Ornn there. If he had, he would have started taking aggro. He's the Bramble. I was expecting it to be more impactful mid-fight than it was because of that. Looks like they might be going for a dive. Peter doesn't have ulti up, but Ann does. No, yeah, okay. They're just going for Rift Herald and then trying to follow for the kill, probably.
I think Lucian's heading up.
Yeah, this could go really poorly first for me.
Oh.
And should just get out. Okay.
At it.
That's the right call.
I think he should let the minions take plating here. Nice.
Yeah. Zac is picking up the first dragon of the game at like 11.5 though. You can just let Silico get the tower and clean up the minions. I don't know if Blake actually plays Ornn, or like has played Ornn. I'm gonna look up his OP right now.
It's hard. How are you that hard?
Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know if it's like a, oh no, they banned all my champions. What champion do I hate the most? It must be OP, and then picks Ornn. Or it's like a, he's been actually playing it, you know? Only tank I see in his match history is Scion. So I'd assume this is probably just a, I hate Ornn, so he must be strong, so I'm picking Ornn, which is very funny. It's not working out too poorly for him, though. So who knows? Maybe this is practice tech.
I think Ornn's here. I think Red's team comp is pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, they just have hyper scaling. I think the only thing that could possibly knock him down is like Silica or Victor just popping Kale and Nami in a fight, but
I think the solution's gonna be kind of useless. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Let's see though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that can interrupt his ulti. And I think that's the only thing that actually has the range to deal with IFM's carries. And it's farming up pretty well. Actually, their entire team is farming up. 3 of them just crossed 100 CS. It's exactly what I see if you're a Is For Me fan. Stanley has an extra longsword there. He might be going for an early collector. Maybe just wanted to make sure he was itemizing actively.
Collector, center build, especially in
Yeah.
this game. No way he buys collector, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he could just assume that he's doing nothing for, like, in terms of damage to Sejuani and Zac, and just wants to make sure that if they live on low health, Yumi can heal him back up. I don't think it's, like, super unreasonable. He does have flash and heal, so he should get out here. And isn't able to get the auto off, so yeah, that just kind of fizzles, and he gets nothing out of it. You are definitely right about the boots, though. He's still sitting on 2 of the potions. And he still has one of his biscuits left over, too, so he definitely didn't need the sustain. Doesn't seem to, like, hurt him too much overall, though. It's looking pretty good. Jacob should just die here. Yeah. Stanley's dead, too, yeah. They just should have been messing around in that bush. They had no vision of Zac and knew he was generally bot side, and is getting a pretty good invade off, though. I don't know how many of Cam's camps that are gone, but at least the wolves. Right, the Ornhorn coming
There
down.
it
Oh, just
is.
chain CC for like 8 years. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's why I think Red is gonna win. I think if Draven gets a good ult,
Yep.
oh wow.
Blake might die here? Oh no, he's up 3 levels. Okay, that flash is a bit risky. The TP coming down from, I guess that's Zac, yeah. Oh, they managed to save that. Blake doesn't die though, so. Kinda unlucky for the Zac because they have to burn Zac passive and TP. Peter doesn't even take that because of the play mid, he just is
Oh, so
laning
don't
better.
even win these. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Tank commander. Oh, maybe not.
He is ulti still.
Oh,
Oh my god. He held ulti way too long.
Wouldn't have lived anything. Zac is there.
Yeah. We gotta bring back that all chat message.
Dang, the Giga farm gap in the jump.
Yeah. I mean, Zac's been doing more for his lanes for sure. But it is kinda feels bad. They're letting the Jhin solo lane bot against the Lucian. I don't think that's exactly what I'm gonna be doing. Not gonna lie. How do you feel about the Kraken for your Lucian?
Oh, Kraken's good. I was hoping he was gonna go Kraken. I was like, because go for it. That's so grief. It's a good thing, no damage.
I mean, I was thinking Gale Force might be good because it'll let him not just get insta-popped by, like, the CC chain.
I think, honestly, like, one dash is fine. He needs to do
that's fine.
damage. I don't think blue team has enough damage.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I mean, last game they had, what, like 3 assassins, and now they have none? And this is like the game where they arguably need them, which I think is funny. But, who knows? We will see how it goes.
I think Victor should have gone Luden. He's solo AP. Well, I guess technically Sejuani and Zach do magic.
Yeah, I don't know. They seem to be really worried about tankiness on the enemy team when what they should realistically be doing is trying to kill the Gale. I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think they're able to get anything out of this. The double TP coming down.
Well, Sejuani's a little deep.
Yeah, Sejuani might die for this. Is Peter just gonna get CC'd through ulti again? No, but he's dead. He walked up too fast. Oh, never mind. They did a good job of body blocking that. Jacob also manages to get out. This fight is just chaotic.
Oh, big Victor. Oh, he missed his mana.
Blake getting the healing from Nami. Oh, almost kept him alive. Stanley does not kill them here. Jacob might be able to peel him out. It's not enough. The Leandres gets him. What a fight. That was what, like a 4 for 4?
Oh, he's
Or is
going
it-
collector. I'm crying.
Yeah. I would just go RFC.
I would go LDR. I don't think RFC's that good this game. They're even less damage.
Yeah. I mean, I would do
The
it
only
just to
thing
stay out of
collector is
range
good
of
for,
Victor.
literally
but-
the only thing it's good for is making sure gold goes on. Like that, like mathematically LDR does more damage. Even a small.
Right. And you want it on kill
Collector
anyway.
is only good if you're like so ahead that you're like, I want all the kills. And I like keep the gold on.
Yeah.
That's
2
why.
Dragon Lead is pretty good. They are not up in gold. For what that's worth, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
right,
the
yeah.
Kale Victor solo lane is a bit interesting. Kale should be able to just run him down, but I don't know. Peter's been playing very aggressively this game. I think that might explain the 5 deaths. Luckily for them, they do have that control ward there, though, but I don't think they can fight that. They just have no tank damage with the Jhin. And might be able to make a play here. They need to
there
wait
no-
for the Lucian dash,
There's no.
essentially. Oh my
What?
god.
Oh, were they on cooldown or cooldown?
I don't
must have
know.
Oh my god. Okay, got him.
Okay, Blake got some. Okay. That
I
was
was like, that must have
absurd.
been- I think they should have waited just a couple more seconds for the ult.
Yeah.
If they were down. If they weren't down, that's just grief. They're just griefing.
Yeah, the ult interaction with J4 and Lucian looked really funny because I don't think he actually got out of the ult. I think the like pillar knocked him through the wall or something. It looked really strange. I mean, I don't think it actually changes anything. I just think it makes him a bit easier to kill by the Ornn, but it's not like the Ornn really had to like burn anything else. And he wasn't getting out regardless. The TB being committed was kind of the best they could ask for.
Oh, everybody's lagging. Oh, Riot servers.
Server-wide ping spike. They all ping spike
Riot servers.
simultaneously.
That's unlucky. Riot servers kick the weed.
And yeah, it appears that they'll be okay. I don't know. This game is super scuffed. I feel like it's not even like Russycats are making like crazy plays. Like they're rotating around the map really well with like Sejuani, Zach, and Victor. And Silco's been doing a lot, but this for me should just win this game, like with their draft, and they're just playing super boldly.
Oh, Cam is AFK.
Yeah. There's definitely another pause here. I don't know why it's not showing up for me. Oh. Peter has decided to let him walk away. The respectful thing to do.
Hey.
The Omni Vamp for Peter in the side lane is nuts. This could be bad.
I don't think he dies. He's gonna stop.
He just gets CC chained though. Yeah. It was really good positioning from the Victor there. So I feel like normally that face check is fine because the Zac was the only one up there and then you leave, but you just walked into a fucking Victor you made. That was potentially a bit bold, but I don't know. I wonder if they try and do Baron here. Looks like that's it, no. Oh, that's a tower taken over, which is nice. Sejuani, if she had hit those, he was almost definitely dead. But she decides to not go for it, which is probably a smart move. Next drag's up in a minute. Russycats, I definitely want to try and go for that to close up the game as fast as possible because they do not win late. They're baiting again, but he was on a ward, so I think they knew not to go for that. I like how it just says dragon. It doesn't like specify what type of dragon. That might be a replay bug. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Kale's just left in completely alone to side lane. I'd assume Sejuani's going back to try and deal with her, but if she gets that like what 550 gold from the side tower, that is like potentially game ending. Just because I feel like the game is pretty close, and like that would knock it out of balance enough for them to run away with it. Peter's just gonna try and kill him, I think. And he's decided to just go for the tower. Honestly, respect. The flash comes out, Peter's there. That might just, they might have enough damage to just win this. The Ornn Horn comes through. It doesn't hit more than one target, but...
Well, that was a really good EQ by the...
Yeah, Kale's here. Kale should just be able to AoE down the Zac, right? Oh my god. The Jhin Kale wombo.
That was really well played. That was really good driven EQ. And then Jhin hit the fourth bullet.
Yep. I thought Silco was just gonna kill him. They might have had vision there. I feel like all you need to do is press E and then just mash your face into the keyboard and the Ornn dies and you're completely fine. I do think that's the end of the game though.
Yeah, I think it
Ace for me has to really mis-execute at this point to lose.
Yeah. Now blue doesn't have probably won't get soul.
Yep. Oh, doesn't
Ooh,
find the
yeah.
Yumi. This Lucian's dead though.
Really.
There's no fucking way, right?
Oh,
All
you
you have
get
to
to
do is
keep
tag him with just anything. Yeah,
Oh,
Peter
nice
held
one.
alt through that last fight as well. The wave comes down, it doesn't hit Victor though. It might have been way more worth to just Baron there than chase the Lucian, but you know.
What is Silico building? No way he's building Bloodthirster, please. This build IE, man.
Maybe he just did lifesteal IE. Maybe that's what he's doing.
Maybe. Yeah.
I
Don't
think so.
Lifesteal's great. I think he should just buy LDR. I'm
But
not a
his
fan of
keystone
that.
isn't showing up on the spectator. I was gonna say.
Oh, he sold it.
He has PTA.
Oh, he sold it. He heard our prayers.
Interesting.
He bought a refill. Wait, why doesn't he just buy the?
No, he undid. He undid. He didn't purchase the refillable. I think he was considering just getting lifesteal before he completes IE, but I think he just wants to hit IE as fast as possible. But I think he did want like a little sustain, so he kept the pots instead of going for cloak. I don't know though. Zach's going for another one shot on Peter, but he's able to get his ult down this time, and the Jarvan started to back him up. The Chaos Storm is pretty good positioning. That's really, really well played by them. And then finally another kill onto Peter. Yeah. Blake should just be able to win this. I'm pretty sure Ornn's percent HP damage is better than Sejani's, but they're just not going to go for it.
Yeah.
Do you think Cam can get the steal? He's
No.
aware that they're doing it. He just gave away his position. Okay, he's not going for it.
No. They have Nami all. I don't think he can steal.
Yeah.
Nami can just cancel it.
Sure.
RFC third buy. Not what I would go. Not bad though.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I ever get Collector second, I get IE third.
Yeah.
But I usually don't go Collector second unless I'm like egregiously far ahead, but it's what it is.
I think like either RFC second, IE third, or LDR second.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Some people really like RFC on Jin though. I know Ghost
I
really like.
I really like RFC on Jin. I just if I'm going it, I go second instead of Collector.
I love it. I prefer to do more damage. I know some people go RFC so they can make plays, so you can tag somebody and then root them. But
I mean, I definitely like it a lot better if I'm like slightly behind because it allows me to play around my range a lot easier and like get punished for stuff less. But I don't know. The movement speed is also pretty nice. Rust is just caught out here, I think. The orange should get the knockout. Yeah, he just completely got him.
oh my god!
Again, going for the same play. Yeah, third time.
Gale versus. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's 2 for 1 for the victor.
Got shut down too.
Yeah. The Yume just keeps them alive for so long.
I think Cal
They're just playing like super carelessly this game. Oh, that's a good pick on the Jacob there. They should be able to.
Oh, nice go for it. I said.
Nice. Good
Yeah,
flash.
some gold back, but yeah, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I think this game's over. We'll see though.
Yeah, I mean, if Peter keeps just mindlessly split pushing into their team and dying, that like.
No, he'll hit 16 eventually. So.
Yeah. I don't know. With how that fight though, I don't think he wins that even if he's 16.
Well, I think after he hits 16, he groups, and then Red has better team fight.
Well, I mean, I agree. I'm saying if he doesn't group and just like.
No way he doesn't do that.
Yeah, I'm seeing that there's Discord messages coming up. The game, yeah, I don't know. I am trying not to read them. I hope that the fact that there are messages happening is not a spoiler.
I'll look at them.
I also don't know how close we are to live with all the pausing and stuff that's going on, so...
I think they did finish.
Right, I'm just saying I don't know how close we are to finishing. Because normally you can tell because it's just the delay, but...
Okay. That's a really
Wait,
good
did
neutral.
Silco's pop? Oh, that flash was completely unnecessary though. Looks funny.
That's a really good number. Oh, never mind.
They're super split in the fight. Peter's just getting CC chained. Oh, Silco
Oh,
got
the
fights
kill is
on the
dead.
back.
Wow, they won.
There's no way. Stanley
Oh,
Gale
that's a
forces
really
in,
aggressive
what?
jump. I think he wanted to kill the victor. The victor got him. Wow, that's a lot of shielding.
Did they just lose off that? Because
Uh,
Silico's
maybe
fed.
just missing out.
They might just
Wow,
go
did
to the
Reggie
end.
really lose? No way. Oh, their comp is so bad.
I mean, like, Peter just played really badly this game. I'm not gonna lie. He
I
died
think the
8
team
times
fight was.
and had a
I'm
bunch
gonna
of
go back and look
resources
at.
dedicated to peeling him off, but...
Let's see what happened at this team fight.
Yeah. That's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna cut stream.